Hello everybody, welcome to the Thomann YouTube channel. We are sitting here at the Warwick/Framus booth and I found this awesome gentleman, Mr.
Devin Townsend, hi. Yeah, it's the end of the day. We're all tired. Makes it fun though because at the end of it we get to see gear, we get to hang out. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for the interview. Gives me an opportunity to talk about this new guitar that I finally have finished after 3 or 4 years of design modifications. We've done a couple of prototypes, and this is the first year that we're able to present it. With Framus, I've been working for about 5 years.
I got 5 already? Oh, yeah, wow.
Dude, it's been a while. Time flies, we're getting old. And I got to design this guitar, which is called a Stormbender with Marcus, and it's basically the body shape and everything about it is to the specifications for the type of music that I write, and I'm looking to continue to write. These pickups, the Transcendence pickups, are the same process that I went through with Warwick and Framus, I went through with Fishman, and these pickups are perfect for me. The Evertune bridge does what it says, it keeps it in tune forever. Yes. And the combination of all these things satisfies my desire to have an instrument that you can wield in such a way that it feels powerful. When I'm writing music and when I'm really focusing on the heaviness and like where it sits on the beat and what I'm doing orchestration-wise, my objectives are to make music that really moves the universe. Like we were saying before, whether or not it does is kind of beside.
I have a déjà vu right here.
You need to have an objective. So I wanted a guitar that was heavy. I wanted a guitar that had a 25.5-inch scale. I wanted it to have approximately the same sort of construction as a Les Paul Custom, which is a guitar that I love the sound of, but I really dislike playing. So with that, we went through what my body needed, what everything needed to be ergonomically correct, to hang in the right way. Little things like the headstock tilt, so when I put it down on the ground and I accidentally step on the fretboard, which I'm gonna do, I won't snap the headstock off. Yeah. The way that it sits, you can put it down on a flat surface and it will stand on its own. It's significantly, it's like an alien weapon is the idea. So it's a mahogany construction, 25.5-inch scale, ebony fretboard, maple cap to give it the brightness that I'm looking for on the top. 25.5, which is like not the Les Paul scale, but because I tune to an open tuning, it gives me significantly more tension. I love the sound of a set neck, but I love the feel of a Neckthrough. So what I did, which drove them crazy, but they ultimately ended up being able to do, is that we created the guitar to feel and look like a through, but it's a set neck construction. So it's got that basic sonic footprint that I've been looking for, but because of the size and because of the weight and because of the way that it's formed, it's really, really cool to play, and it's really comfortable to play. These pickups that I've got in here, these Fishmans, it's got a coil tap on it, and I was able to work with the company to make 2 very distinct voices, and because these are the Fluence pickups, basically the windings are stacked vertically, which gives you, through some sort of Fishman-esque alchemy, the ability to have 2 distinct voices that are independent from each other. So in this, it's a ceramic and Elnico hybrid. In this position, it gives me a really tight, active, heavy metal sound. A fast attack, a relative amount of compression. It's got to push at about 3.5K. It's got to suck at about 250. It's really the sound that I'm looking for. However, when I switch to this, it puts both of these pickups into the secondary voice, which gives it the sound of low gain single coil pickups. But because of the way it's constructed, I don't have the hum problems, so I can get a very convincing Telecaster sound, which is what I use for a lot of the other projects. Basically, my whole idea musically is to find a way to be a hybrid between 2 things, between something that's really quiet, something that's really loud, something that's really dark, something that's really light. And then ultimately with this instrument, the ability to sort of feel the resonance and to be able to play something that has a significant sturdy feel allows me to structure and write in conjunction with that. This guitar is the custom shop version, which is one I get because because yeehaw! They've also got a Pro Series, which is the same thing without the lights, so
it's not the same
I don't know, man. And I think there's a few things different, like hardware differences, but it's a beautiful instrument. It just doesn't have the lights. And I think there's a more limited amount of colors. With this one, you can basically have them do it in any color you want. I chose, for the ones that I got, a matte finish, carbon fiber middle, the lights along the side, which serve a practical purpose on a dark stage. And I got one done in matte army green with the carbon fiber and then a black back. But it's really, the differences between that and the Pro Series is I think the Pro Series comes in like a high gloss Nirvana black. And then next year we release an import version, which is, you know, great guitar, same basic shape, but it's more affordable, right? Right.
Do you feel that you approach this guitar differently than like your guitars before, whether it's Framus or other brands?
Totally. I don't want to be delicate with things.
Okay.
Like, I want them to be like a tank, but I want them to be a very modern alien kind of thing.
A modern alien tank.
That's what I'm looking
I get it.
Seriously, it's the Darth Vader of crushing metal. But I think the thing is, it's a lot of times people tend to make these things without any practical thought of why these design decisions were made. All these things, the contours here, for example, it's one small little cut, but when I'm playing, I want it, especially live, I want to be able to brace it against my knee for the solo stuff. I play the guitar strung fairly low. This belly cut is in such a way that it doesn't compromise the thickness of it, because I like the thickness of it. This cut in the back, again, you can place it on the ground and it can stand up on its own. The headstock tilt was a combination of what tilt is going to work best for my intonation versus what's the one that I'm going to break when I step on it, which I will. So the body shape is intentional in every sense of the word. The knobs, everything about it, this knob, this switch, for example, I like being able to do this, but the prior version was there.
Okay.
So when I go to do tapping, it was in the way, right? Okay. So this one, we moved it so it was, no matter what I'm doing, it's out of the way for when I'm tapping, right? Wow. Which required a different routing, which required a different sort of circuitry. The whole thing has been thought out in such an obsessive, compulsive way that it's honestly quite embarrassing. But to be fair, how I write music is very similar to how we approach signature products. It's like I have a vision, and that vision is based in like a practical application, and I want it to do that thing not for the sake of vanity, but for the sake of nothing else does that yet. Yeah. So this Stormbender guitar, which is a dubious name, but I like it, is it's perfect for me. Perfect.
Right. Awesome. Devin, what else can I say?
Guys, my name is Devin Townsend. It's a pleasure to be involved. I can't wait to see you guys again. Thank you for having me. I'm in Germany more times than probably Canada, so we will see you very soon.
Well, you have to make sure you come by to Thomann, and 100%. We'll take care of you.
Perfect. Thank you,
All right, guys, take it easy. Devin Townsend. Cheers, man.